Hello everyone and welcome to Pokeverse. Pokémon is about to reach a historic milestone because in 2026 we'll be celebrating 30 years since the release of the very first games in Japan. We're talking about one of the most important franchises of all time, capable of crossing generations, platforms, and different media without ever truly slowing down. And as you can imagine, an anniversary like this can't go unnoticed. At the moment, the Pokémon Company hasn't revealed a full schedule yet for the year, but we do know for sure that Pokémon Day on February 27th will be at the center of everything, most likely accompanied by a very packed Pokémon Presents lasting around 25 minutes. From here, we can start reasoning about what it's realistic to expect based on past anniversaries and on what's currently happening in the Pokémon world. Let's start with mobile games, which in recent years have become a fundamental part of the brand. It's very likely that Pokémon Sleep will receive a special update tied to the anniversary, possibly with new event Pokémon or even some legendaries, following the pattern of major updates we've seen before. Pokémon Unite will probably not stay on the sidelines either. Celebratory skins, time-limited events, and maybe even a temporary game mode are exactly the kind of content a milestone anniversary could bring. The same goes for Pokémon Masters EX, which has always supported official celebrations with new sync pairs and special story content. And of course, Pokémon Go can't be left out, as it's historically one of the most involved titles during Pokémon Day, with global events and dedicated bonuses. Moving on to the trading card game, this is where things feel much more certain. A special TCG set dedicated to the 30th anniversary is basically guaranteed, following what we saw for the 25th anniversary, with celebratory cards, iconic reprints, and products designed for both players and collectors. At the same time, Pokémon trading card game Pocket has officially announced on February 19th a brand new Paldea-themed expansion titled Paldean Wonders, perfectly timed to capitalize on the attention surrounding Pokémon Day. Another interesting aspect concerns external collaborations. The partnership with LEGO is already official, and Pokémon Day could be the perfect occasion to talk about and discuss new sets or more ambitious projects related to the Pokémon world. At the same time, the animated universe seems ready to expand even further. After the success of Pokémon Concierge, the announcement of a third season feels very plausible, as does a first look at new animated projects, such as the Sirfetch'd and Pichu specials scheduled for 2027. And we can't forget the main anime series, which could announce a new season of Horizons during the celebrations, and maybe even a brand new Pokémon movie. When it comes to video games, one of the most anticipated titles is without a doubt Pokémon Champions. The game has already been revealed, and the 30th anniversary would be the perfect moment to finally show new gameplay and announce a release date. Personally, an early April release window right before the Orlando Regionals taking place from the 3rd to the 5th sounds very believable, but of course, we'll have to wait for official confirmation. Alongside this, an update for Pokémon Home seems almost certain, first to add compatibility with Pokémon ZA, and later to connect directly with Champions, further strengthening the shared ecosystem between the various titles. Speaking of Pokémon ZA, a new trailer, a major update regarding Z Garchomp, and even a DLC wouldn't feel out of place at all, considering how important this celebratory year is. And when we talk about nostalgia, it's impossible not to mention the arrival of GBA games on Nintendo's store, Pokémon Leaf Green and Fire Red, and, even if it's unlikely, a possible announcement of a collection bringing together multiple classic mainline titles, something that would make a lot of longtime fans extremely happy. In the meantime, Pokopia has also been making the rounds again in recent days, with new trailers localized across multiple regions worldwide. Considering this renewed push in communication, it feels increasingly likely that the project could receive a dedicated segment during the upcoming Pokémon Presents, even if only as a brief update. A separate chapter should be dedicated to Generation 10. For quite some time now, we've been hearing about Pokémon Wind and Pokémon Wave, names that have been circulating more and more frequently, and that, if confirmed, would mark the beginning of a brand new era for the main series. The 30th anniversary would be the perfect symbolic moment for a first teaser or an official announcement of Generation 10, even without an immediate release date, simply to give fans a sense of the future direction of the franchise. We shouldn't forget about real-world experiences. In recent years, Pokémon has invested heavily in physical events and theme parks, so a new video dedicated to Poké Park Kanto, possibly accompanied by the announcement of future parks in other parts of the world, would fit perfectly with a celebration of this scale. Finally, there are the big question marks. A possible remake of Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky is one of the most recurring dreams within the community, and the 30th anniversary would be the ideal opportunity to bring back one of the most beloved spin-offs ever. At the same time, leaks from recent years have talked about spin-offs that were canceled or reworked, such as an evolution of the project known as Poké Rodeo, which may have been put on hold but not completely abandoned. All in all, the 30th anniversary of Pokémon is shaping up to be one of the most important moments in the history of the franchise. Many things are still shrouded in mystery, but even if just part of these expectations come true, we could be looking at a truly special year for trainers all around the world.